Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk, another hot one in the Catskills. It's July and absolutely loving it. Okay, and the All Star game today, and of course, my guy Garrett Cole, starting pitcher. What an honor! He's had a great first half. What is he, 9-2? His ERA, I don't have it in front of me, but I think it's like 2.65. So, great job for Garrett Cole. Really the only guy in the Yankees who's been doing anything. But anyway, getting right into this, a real fun one on Bill Maher. Rainn Wilson, the guy from The Office, Dwight Schrute, arguably one of the greatest, funniest characters in TV history. No question about it. And if you don't know anything about The Office, oh my God, you got to see it. So this is the American version. The first one was British with, sorry about that, I obviously had to check the one out. It's Ricky Gervais, of course, like a brain sort of fart. I'm an older guy. I'm a boomer, and sometimes I forget these things. But obviously, Ricky Gervais, which is amazing. And then the American one, the American Office with Steve Carell, obviously amazing. But the character, oh my God, Dwight Schrute, this nerdy guy. Yeah, it's just amazing. I think there were 9 seasons, something like that. I actually didn't watch the last 2 seasons. It kind of died out, but absolute classic, classic TV, amazing character. Rainn Wilson is a totally different guy. He's not the character, just like, anything else. Like Archie Bunker was not Archie Bunker from All in the Family. By the way, I'm going to get into this, by the way, All in the Family in a bit. And also, I'm going to get into this. Talk about great television, old school, Honeymooners, Ralph Kramden, 1955. I think there was only one season, 155, All in the Family, 9 seasons. I'll get into it in a second. So, Rainn Wilson, they talked for a little over an hour. They got into everything, politics, a lot of disagreement. And I'll tell you what, Rainn Wilson wasn't taking any of Bill's shit. Pushback. Bill has a bad habit of interrupting, not allowing people to finish, and just with his stuff, like his strident way. And by the way, as people know, I'm a big fan of Bill, going way back to Politically Incorrect. I'm telling you, like even like back to the 80s. And he used to be a kind of a regular on Howard Stern. As people who know me, I was a huge, giant Howard Stern fan, kind of a fanboy, big time fanboy. Not so much now, but yeah, Bill was always a great guest on Howard. And now people are kind of thinking, is he one of those guys who's going to go to the right or something? That's not happening. The reality is, Bill has not changed at all. Like the reason people on the left are upset with him is because he goes pretty hard on the woke stuff. So he's definitely pretty strident with that anti-woke stuff. That's something I don't really care about. I'm tired of all that woke stuff. I don't talk about it. I think the anti-woke stuff is just as toxic as the over-the-top woke stuff. Generally speaking, let me just say this, though I don't like to talk about it a lot because I think it's so boring and tiresome. Being woke is a good thing. We all know this. It means being humane, being open, right? Diversity, inclusion, equality, right? DIE. It's a positive thing, right? Getting better. It's just when it goes too far. And that's what happens with everything in life. All these culture wars. You have a good idea, and then there's overreach. And then you get the overreach, and then you get backlash from the opposing sides. And then it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Anyway, I digress, as I always do on this channel. My brain's always little scatterbrain at times. But anyway, Rainn, how do you pronounce his name? Rainn Wilson.
So comfortable I want you to be.
His show is so dark. I'm not going to play this.
In all honesty, like I have noticed, I started
you probably can't even see him
when I tie my shoes and get up, because I've officially hit my late 50s. You know that
he's 57.
I do that kind of grandpa thing.
Let me pause this. Okay, I'll put the full link in the comment section. So he talks about how difficult it kind of has been making that transition from television to movies. He's never made it. I think he's done a couple of movies, but nobody knows who they are. It's just some people are typecast, and he's Dwight Schrute. Like even me with this video, I go Rainn Wilson, the guy from The Office, Dwight Schrute from The Office on Bill Maher, and it's okay, it's okay. No one, not everyone. It's okay. You can still have a good life, So what? You're not fucking Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise or all the big guys. And I talk about this all the time, like that staying power. Like you see a gigantic actor who's been huge and relevant for many decades. Like I don't know, like a Clint Eastwood. Well, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, but a Clint Eastwood, he's like 92, 93, and still, kind of still directing movies. I think. Very, very, very difficult to do. And it's even harder for women, especially if you're a younger, attractive woman. I know I didn't make the rules, the sexism in our society and all that. It's very, very difficult. Okay, let me get right into this. I don't want to keep this too long. Some of the comments here, which are pretty good here. I said right here, as you can see, Dwight Schrute ranks as one of the funniest characters in all of television. Some pretty interesting replies. He's not ahead of Bundy, Butthead, or Kramer. This one says it's a tough one comparing different bottles of lightning. I said, true, Dad. And if you really want to go old school, Ralph Kramden from The Honeymooners and Archie Bunker from All in the Family. Here we go. And I've been talking about devoting a couple of videos to each of these great television shows. See how I digress? I talked about The Office with Dwight Schrute, and here I am with Archie Bunker and All in the Family. So I'm trying to rewatch every one of these episodes, 1 through 9. Some of them weren't, so that's a lot of episodes. And also got this. I got a couple books on here. So yeah, I'm doing my research. All in the Family. And by the way, and then here we are, The Honeymooners. Great, great television. Ralph Kramden, 1955. And here's the thing with both of these, All in the Family. Oops, I got this turned around. All in the Family and The Honeymooners, you could watch them today. If they were released today, they would be a hit. It's so crazy how funny it is. Like you know how it works. Old, especially comedy. Comedy doesn't age well. You see, like, what the fuck? What is this laughter? This laugh track? What is this? This isn't funny at all. What the hell's wrong with people? This is fucking laughed out loud. Oh my God, it's so funny. Ralph Kramden and everyone else too, like Norton. What's his name? I can't even think of his name. But Ed Norton and Alice, just absolutely hilarious. And then the 4 here too: Archie Bunker, Carol O'Connor, and there's Edith, Sally Struthers, and of course the meathead. Right? Okay. All right. I'm gonna stop here. For sure, I'm going to be doing a further breakdown of these classic TV shows. All right. Enjoy the summer, everyone. Enjoy the All-Star game tonight. Go American League. Not that it really matters anymore. Well, that's another whole conversation. The National League, American League. That used to be a huge deal back in the 70s. For me, in the 80s and all that. Okay. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here in Tabor Talk.